friends, how you doing today? I am doing well, and this is my Hara collection, Shelf 2, Part 2. This will be the rest of my second shelf of my entire Hara collection. This has been taking a little time to edit, and it's been a little bit of work, but I noticed that the views are going up, and I'm glad you're enjoying it. So let's get right to it, and we're going to start with my Saw franchise. Here we go. So we have Saw 1 on DVD. If you don't know what Saw is about, let's see if we can break this down for you very, very simply. A guy that is not too happy about the way people act kidnaps people, locks them up, and makes them realize that what they were doing was wrong. I think that sums it up pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. That's the way it goes throughout the whole franchise, and seems like the first one was really, really good, and then they kind of got better and better, and then kind of dropped off a little bit, and then picked up a little bit. Kind of went up and down. But this is the first Saw DVD I ever purchased. When I first purchased this, the little saw at the bottom used to hop around, and this thing was filled with blood. The blood has since evaporated, so that's what it was. And then we have Saw 2, the DVD with the lenticular cover going on there. Then we have Saw 3. Saw 4. I have a little breathing problem today. Saw 5. Saw 6. And Saw the Final Chapter, which we all know that was not the final chapter. There was things after that. Jigsaw came out, and then they have the new one came out. I think is it Spiral? I haven't seen it yet, so looking forward to seeing that one. I don't know if I'm too happy with is it Chris Rock that's in it? Chris Rock and who's the other guy that's in it? Chris Rock. I'm drawing a blank here. Anyway, if you've seen the movie, you know that it's got two big stars in it. And when you put, this is my thing about horror movies. When you put big stars in horror movies, sometimes it loses that feeling. It just, there's nothing like when you watch an old horror movie, like a Texas Chainsaw Massacre or Friday the 13th. Well, I'm talking too fast. Hang on. Alrighty then. Okay. When I first saw Friday the 13th, I did not know who Kevin Bacon was, so it was cool to watch these new actors. Like when you're watching a horror movie, I don't know if you want to watch a horror movie with big stars in it, because you kind of, like I said, I immersed myself into the film, but I can't immerse myself into the film when I know that there's actors present. You know what I mean? It's like original Texas Chainsaw Massacre, you didn't know who anybody was. The original Friday the 13th, you didn't know who anybody was. Halloween, Jamie Lee Curtis, nobody knew who she was. You know what I mean? So you could immerse yourself into these characters because you didn't know who they were. But now when you watch a Halloween and you see Jamie Lee Curtis, it's not as scary as it was back in the day when you first saw it for the first time. You know, when you didn't know who the big star was, who the big actor was. Now you see Jamie Lee Curtis, you think of like Freaky Friday and kids movies and Fish Called Wanda and stuff like that. You know, I still see the whole Halloween feel. You know what I mean? But it's just different when they become big stars. Anyway, so that was my Jaws. Wasn't my Jaws? That was my Saw franchise on DVD. Then I ended up getting this little morsel here. It's the Saw. Includes all seven unrated films. Which is another thing too. Is I love when they release box sets like this. It helps with the spacing and everything but put the rated versions in there too, not just the unrated. Give me the theatrical versions. I want what I saw in the movie theater as well as what the director wanted. You know what I mean? And any special features or whatever. But it seems like they tried to cram everything into this little set here, and you get all 7 films. And when they cram it, unfortunately, they end up putting double doses on discs and everything, sometimes triple or whatever. Like this one has Saw 1 and Saw 2, and then this one has Saw 3, Saw 4, and Saw 5. And then I always worry about the compression. You know what I mean? The when they compress the discs, I feel like they lose quality. You know what I mean? So you want the Blu-ray, quality, but then, I mean, tell me if I'm wrong. Comment below if you are a video connoisseur and you know what the specs are and the whole situation there. But I feel like back in the day when you had a VHS tape and you put one movie on there and you load it down to the SP, you had excellent quality. When you lowered it down to the SLP and you put 3 movies on there, you had lower quality. So I'm still going with that old school thinking of you cram 3 movies into one disc, you're gonna lose some kind of picture quality. But that's what they did in this set. So is this cool to just throw in and think about it? I can throw this in. I got 3 movies on there on a Saturday afternoon. I can watch 3, 4, and 5 right in a row. It's pretty cool. But am I losing picture quality? Is this still a Blu-ray picture quality type situation, or am I losing something because of the compression of putting everything in there together? Whew. Comment below if you know what I'm talking about. And then after that became Jigsaw. That was the after Saw franchise, and now we get that spiral thing going on here. All right. Next, we have I'll call this my Rob Zombie-ish movies. All right. House of a Thousand Corpses, one of my favorite horror movies. Let me specify in favorite horror movie. Rob Zombie created new characters in here. Okay, I love my Jason Voorhees and my Freddy Kruegers and my Tall Man and Pinhead and I love all of that stuff. But he created a new villain. He created new people for us to fall in love with. I mean, the Otis character and Captain Spaulding characters and even the baby character. These are great characters that he created for this movie. And a lot of people hated on this movie. A lot of people don't like this movie. I absolutely enjoyed the concept. I love the thought process behind it. It takes off really, really good. And then it goes in a different direction towards the end, which a lot of people didn't like the ending direction. Oh well. You know, the colors and everything is just beautiful about this movie. So if you put it in and look at it as a movie lover, the way he filmed it and the what he did to make it look the way it looks. I mean, I absorb all of that. I mean, I'm like a sponge when it comes to this stuff. And House of a Thousand Corpses, to me, is probably one of the best horror movies, best later horror movies. Like I said, he created something new. It created something new, and some people don't like change. That's the problem. Is they want to see their Michael Myers and Jason Voorhees over and over and over and over and over again. There's got to be something new eventually. I mean, somebody had to create Jason and Freddy and all these guys. What's wrong with a Captain Spaulding? I mean, he's awesome. He's people are scared of clowns. He took a clown. He took a violent clown character along with the Otis character, who reminds me, you know, he is Chop Top, you know, but he's still got that Chop Top feel, and you get that. Like, we always wanted a Chop Top back from Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Now we got a version of the Chop Top. You know what I mean? It's good. It's good. So anyway, if you're not seen House of a Thousand Corpses, these group of teens, they're looking for sites of, this Dr. Satan, and they show up at the area where Captain Spaulding is and everything, and then everything just goes from there. If you haven't seen it, you got to see it. I'm not going to break down the whole thing. I'm sure you've heard of House of a Thousand Corpses. So we got a House of a Thousand Corpses on Blu-ray. Then came out The Devil's Rejects. Another awesome movie. They took it back a little bit, and you get like this whole, you know, it's more developing of the characters. That's what I'll call this. The character development was there in House of a Thousand Corpses, but they started developing the characters even more in part 2, and you get to know them more and love them more and have that understand their craziness and why they're crazy and what they do and what are their limits. You don't even know what the limits are, because the things that they do in this movie are just so crazy. But Devil's Rejects, another awesome movie. Then we got 3 from Hell. From the franchise, this is probably my least favorite out of the 3. I enjoyed it. It was good, but this was around the passing of Sig Haig, and he was in it very minimal. He's one of my favorite characters, and it was I think because I knew the passing, and then I watched it after the passing, and I was such a fan, you know, it was a little bit hurtful to see that. Maybe I explained it the wrong way, but they kind of took other characters and made them more of the stars because of what they were dealing with his not being there, not being, you know, being ill or whatever. it's still a good movie, but for there to be another House of a Thousand Corpses, Devil's Rejects, another movie type that in the franchise without Captain Spaulding, yeah, I don't know. I will watch it because I love Rob Zombie. I love what he does. I give him the benefit of the doubt because maybe he'll create a new character that I'll fall in love with. But there's a little hurt there. You know what I mean with the whole thing. So, and then this came out. It is what do they call it something? They just call it the Rob Zombie Trilogy, which is the House of a Thousand Corpses, Devil's Rejects, and Three from Hell. And they put it all in this little container here. And they did not compress it. You got all 3 movies on 3 separate discs. I still have the digital code in there, so that's what... Oh, by the way, if anybody wants to see, and it's still that digital code's right here. There you go. Freeze it. Look at it. I don't know if it expired or not. I never used it. I don't use digital codes. I don't believe in digital codes. I keep them in the covers here because they're part of the setup. But hey, enjoy Devil's Rejects and 3 from Hell and whatever if you get that, and it still works. All right, then we have Lords of Salem, which is probably my least favorite Rob Zombie movie. It has to do with this cult type thing and devil type thing. And I don't know. Maybe it's just me and the way I am. I don't really feel so much for the cult type. I'm not a cult movie person. Okay, when American Horror Story did The Cult, you know what I mean. I don't like cult movies. Okay, those they just. I don't know. They don't sit well with me. I don't care for them that much. And then this one kind of came out, and I tried to watch it. It was my least favorite. That's what I gotta say. My least favorite Rob Zombie movie. Then 31 came out. I love this movie. I love the concept. I love the thought. People said that there wasn't any character development. It's about these people. They end up in almost like a game. You know, these crazy rich people hire these maniacs to chase these teens and down and try to kill them or whatever. And whoever wins the prize. You know, it's that type of setup. Excellent story. I mean, the storyline was great. The movie was great. The characters were great. I liked every single character. I didn't think there needed to be a ton of character development in this movie. I thought that the fact that they were there being chased by, I thought the killers. This almost reminded me. I'll tell you what this reminded me. This is a Hara, the Running Man. Schwarzenegger is the Running Man. That's what this reminds me of. It's a game show almost where they're hunting down the people and they're trying to kill them. And that's pretty much what it is. But I thought that the killer characters were very well thought out. I enjoyed them anyway. That was my thing. Okay, so let's go next with the Chucky franchise. We'll go with Chucky. So first one I have here is Child's Play. This is the Scream Factory release. Yes, if I had opened this up and I slide this thing out. Oh, I kept the other thing on. I forget it. Because I usually flip them over and you get the other cover from Scream Factory, but I did not do it with this one. And I'm not going to switch them around. So Child's Play. Come on. It's Chucky. Okay? Doll comes to life, killing people. Why'd he come to life? Because he used to be a killer before, and he was getting killed, and he knew this voodoo doctor, and he was able to put his soul and brain and body and everything. Am I saying that right? No, he put his soul. I think he put his soul. Yeah, he put his soul into the body of this doll. Pretty much by mistake, because he had nothing else he could do, because he was about ready to die, and he needed to transfer his soul, and that's what he did. So now he's trying to get out of it, so he's trying to... The first child that he encounters is the one that he can give his soul into and then become a new killer in the future. Or killer when he's a child, I don't know. Child's Play. Everybody loves Chucky. So this is the first Chucky movie. And then we have, I picked up, this is the Chucky, the complete collection, but it is not the complete collection because there was other movies that came out after this. And in this collection, we get Child's Play 2, Child's Play 3, Bride of Chucky, Seed of Chucky, and The Curse of Chucky. And I think I've said this before. I've showed this box set before. It's okay. This is another one where I'm pretty sure that they compress movies again. Let me make sure. Let me see. I might be telling false truths here. Let me see. No, they didn't. Okay. Oh, wait, I'm wrong. We'll go with I'm wrong. All right. So in this box set, you get all of the Chucky movies to a certain date. It has Child's Play. Why did I buy the other Child's Play? Because it is a Scream Factory, has more bonus features. Child's Play 2, absolutely loved. Thought it was a great, great movie. Child's Play 3, Chucky. I should be summing these up as we go into the thing. Okay. So Child's Play 2, Andy is now in a foster home. And Chucky's looking for him. Part 3, for some reason, Chucky was able to put himself into a box, wrap the box up, and mail himself to a, is it like a reform school or an army school or a, it's almost like a military school. Yes, a military school for problemed kids, I'm guessing, or something to that thing. That's where Andy is, and he still has to transfer his body. But hey, big secret here. When he went into a new body, when Chucky went to a new body, he was able to, and the first person that he introduces himself to is no longer Andy. It's now another kid, and he tries to take over that kid's body. That's 3. Then we get the bride of Chucky. I thought it was great. I thought it was great. The Tiffany character is funny. It's great. My kids love this movie. I love this movie. We watched it numerous times. Bride of Chucky, I got no problem with. Okay, then we get the Seed of Chucky. Seed of Chucky was just a complete joke. The whole introduction to their child. Is it what's the 2 names they give it? Whoa, my daughter will kill me because she absolutely loves. Wow. Okay, Chucky, Tiffany, and he. It's clearly a boy doll that she gives birth to, but then they call it a girl's name because she wants it to be a girl. He wants it to be my boy, and it's Glenn and Glinda. Glenn and Glinda. That's it. He calls it Glenn. She calls it Glinda. And it's like a pure fantasy. Well, wait a minute, the other one's a pure fantasy too. We're talking about dolls coming to life and killing people. Okay, well, this one is a fantasy within a fantasy. We'll call it that. I mean, because it's no longer I'm afraid of Chucky, dolls coming to life, whatever. The characters have already been developed. People already know who they are, so it's lost its scare. Okay, let's call it. It's lost its scare by this one, and you're kind of like just laughing at Chucky by this time and his family and all the things that they're doing. It's just like a big joke by that time. I think that sums it up. If you're a Child's Play fan, please comment below if I'm wrong about this. But the first 3 and even the bride, they had this feel, and then when the Seed came out, it was almost like, okay, well, it turned Chucky into a joke. And I understand we're talking about a doll that comes to life, but it kind of turned into a joke when we have the whole, is it a boy, is it a girl, doll, whatever. And then we have the Curse of Chucky, which was probably one of my least favorite Chuckies because that's the one where there's like a whole bunch of Chuckies. That's all right. The Curse the one with the whole bunch of Chuckies, where they're in the insane asylum type thing there. I might be right. I don't know. I was getting confused with this one and this one. Okay, we have the Cult of Chucky. I got nothing really to go with this. I mean, they tried something different with Chucky. They're trying. I think what they did is after the Seed and after the Bride, they wanted to try to make this more Chucky scary character back again. So they took the elements of Chucky and I don't know. Did it work? Did it not work? I got to relive this one and the Curse because those are the 2 that I remember the least out of the Chucky franchise. And then we have Child's Play. This is Chucky reinvented, which I don't even think I don't think he's called Chucky in this thing. So it's not even Chucky anymore, is it? Is it a Buddy? I think it's Buddy in this one. Is it Buddy? It might be. I was gonna say. And it never says when I look in the back. It does say Bloodthirsty. It does say Chucky on the back. Okay, is he still Chucky? I don't know. I thought. Or maybe I'm thinking because of the type of doll he was or whatever. Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember. The movie itself, I thought was good. I mean, if you go into it not looking for Chucky, if you're not looking for the original Chucky, then you're gonna be fine. This is a moving with the times. It's a animatronic, almost like an all the things that we have nowadays, the Amazon this and the Siri this and you know, you can talk to things and you bring things to life and they control like your lights and they control in your house and your car and all this other stuff, like all these, you know, electronics. I trust that stuff anyway. That's scary as you think of, you know, as I think about it, that's scary as it is. I'm going to allow Amazon to control my house. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to let Amazon, this little box in my house, to control my TV and my lights and my washing machine and my dryer.
Alexa, set the temperature at home to 71 degrees. And turn on the lights.
Isn't it? It's crazy. I don't know. Just the thought process of that is thinking that the electronic something that could possibly crash or do something, go haywire, could control my house. And that's kind of what this is all about. This is a new Chucky. He's controlled by your phone and he's got an app and that type of situation. But kind of like the first Chucky, he comes to life in some way, and he's killing people. But he's, you know, actually, this Chucky is killing people almost to help the kid that's having the issues. So it's almost like a child not knowing any better. That's why I would sum up this Chucky. I would say it reminds me a lot of a child not knowing any better, like a child that would be just trying to help his family, trying to help his friend, trying to help his, you know, that's what so I'm watching this thing and I'm like, okay, well, we got to kill a doll, but it's like Chucky with emotion. I don't know. He cared for the kid and he was trying to help the kid out legitimately in the beginning, and then things went wrong. All right. And then next we have, this is my Psycho franchise. All right. I get that out of my system. Okay. All right. Every time you say Psycho, you got to think of that shower scene thing. So we got Psycho, the first Psycho. It's not a screen fracture, it's a Universal. All right. This is the Blu-ray of Alfred Hitchcock's original Psycho. Then we have Psycho 2, which to me, this was, I think, the first Psycho I actually ever saw. And I really enjoyed Psycho 2. I thought Psycho 2 was great. I thought Psycho 1 was great. Maybe I should... Psycho. It's about a guy that's mother died and he's talking to mother. And is he mother? Or is mother still alive? But somebody's killing people in this hotel. Is that good enough for you? Come on. Psycho's been around forever. Like I think it's like the 50s or whatever. When did this thing come out? Is it going to say? Of course not. It never does. But this is cool. I should have said before, but this Psycho, the reason why I picked this one up is because I already had this on DVD. And I already have this on Blu-ray in a different version. But this one has the Psycho uncut and the regular Psycho version on it. And I never saw the uncut version, so I thought that was kind of cool. Anyway, in Psycho 2, same deal. Anthony Hopkins is back, Psycho. And he's back at the hotel, and people are dying, and they think it's him. And we got to figure out what's going on because people are dying. And then we have Psycho 3. This is another Scream Factory release, right? Scream Factory release, Psycho 3. It's the same concept. It just keeps going. And Psycho 4, the beginning, it just keeps going. And this was the last Anthony Perkins Psycho that came out, which, to me, when Anthony Perkins died, the franchise kind of died with it. Because then here comes Vince Vaughn with a Psycho remake that people hated. I mean, people hated this movie. I mean, this is a movie that people want to forget. People legitimately want to forget that this movie was ever even created, which is the reason why I bought it, because I think that it's something that anything that's like a lost media or somebody's like people really hate the movie. I want to know why you hate it. I want to know why because I'm a lover of movies. I'm a lover of horror movies. I want to know why you absolutely hated this movie. So I had to watch it. I had to put it in. I had to check it out. Had to see it. Had to watch it. And I gotta tell you, it was a watch. It was worth a watch. I checked it out. We're done. That was my alarm was going on. I'm up early doing this video. I wanted to get this video done. Whew. Okay. Alarm's off. We can keep going. Now, let's call this my Nightmare. Wait. Here we go. Nightmare on Elm Street franchise. Okay. So, first thing I ever picked up from Freddy and Nightmare on Elm Street was this awesome DVD box set. This absolutely blew me away. This was the thing to get if you were a Nightmare on Elm Street fan, because it has everything in it at that point, up to from Nightmare on Elm Street up to New Nightmare, and then you get a bonus disc of, it's called the Nightmare Encyclopedia, which has a bunch of extra stuff. But what was cool about this is, let me see if I can get this right properly here. Was it? Yes, it was the final Nightmare here. I'm pulling this out here for you. All right, I'm excited about this because Freddy's Dead, the final Nightmare, was actually came with the 3D glasses. Okay, so you could actually watch your movie in 3D. Okay, which I have watched, and that's the way I want to see it. You know, if I want to see it the way I saw it in the movie theater. So I was very happy that when it came out to DVD, unlike Friday the 13th, when they did not put did I put this in the wrong order? Yes, I did. I put it in the wrong order. When they first released Friday the 13th Part 3 on DVD, you did not get an option of seeing the Part 3 in 3D like you would see it in the movie theater. So I was really, really happy that they went out of their way to put the DVD set together, put that 3D aspect in it, even though the movie itself was not that great. Yeah, I want to see it in 3D. And what's cool about this set is you put all the discs together, you get this cool... this is actually... What I take from this and from the glove, and if you're a Nightmare on Elm Street fan, you will know that this is the New Nightmare, Wes Craven's New Nightmare, Freddy on the side of the box over here. I'm pretty sure that when this box set came out, they were kind of pushing the New Nightmare. That's what came out, and the box set came out, and then you like, oh, we want to get everything, so they were kind of pushing the New Nightmare. But in here you get Nightmare on Elm Street, get Nightmare on Elm Street 2, 3, 4, 5, and the final Nightmare, and then the Wes Craven's New Nightmare. If you don't know what Freddy's about, he comes to you in your dreams and he kills you. He used to be a child killer. They killed him. Now he's back to kill the people of Elm Street and the kids of Elm Street in their dreams. That sums up the whole franchise pretty much. Nightmare on Elm Street, the original being an amazing movie, and then they released. Okay, should I go this way? Okay, so next on I'll go with the DVDs first, and then I got a new Nightmare on Elm Street. This is the remake. Out of remakes and rehashes and redoes, this is probably one of my least favorites. I just didn't care. I mean, the original was better. The original was better. Sometimes when they do a remake, you can kind of say, okay, the original, big fans are going to be like, the original was always better. When it comes to the case of Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and you do a rating, most people will say Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and then Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and then Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the remake, kind of go head to head, you know, because they remade it in a way that it was so good that it was almost like as good as the first one, except done in a newer way. Okay, so I'm not gonna say a better way, because it's not a better way, but it's fresh. It's like a fresh cut. This one, it seemed like they were just trying to market something. They were trying to bring Freddy back, and it didn't have the feel. It just didn't have it. I'm sorry. I tried to like it. I tried to love it. I thought the Friday the 13th one was good. I thought the Texas Chainsaw Massacre was good, and even the Chucky one I thought was good. But I really wanted my Freddy to be a little bit better. And then I ended up getting it on Blu-ray. Why'd you get it on Blu-ray? You didn't like the movie. Because I got this. Wow. Okay, well, I went backwards. This is why I got it. Okay. Because I got this all 7 films on Blu-ray. So you get once again, just like the Saw, they did it again. There's compressed stuff in here. They wanted all 7 of the Nightmare on Elm Streets put on this little Blu-ray box set, so you can put it on Blu-ray. But do we lose quality in the compression? I'm not sure. I don't know how that works. Comment below if you are an expert at these things. The picture quality, you lose picture quality when they compress. They put 2 or 3 movies on one disc. So I had to get this. So as I was saying, I had to get this one to finish it, because they only give you the 7 films. It says all 7 films, but if you look at the back of this thing, it does not come with the new movie. So you get the 7 films, the 7 original films, but you do not get the new movie in the set. Am I right about that? Let me see, because it Now the funny thing, this Freddy needs some respect. Okay, let me say that. He needs some respect. I mean, if you can make a awesome Friday the 13th box set, if Scream Factory could take that Friday the 13th box set and blow people away, and they could take a Halloween box set and blow people away, and well, I'm not sure what the company is that put together the Hellraiser one. We're gonna be getting the Hellraisers later. If they can put together something and blow people away, they can show Freddy his respect. Put him in a big box set, individual discs, individual cover art, bonus features, behind the scene features, an extra disc of features. Come on, people. Post whatever you got to do. Scream Factory, get the Nightmare on Elm Street franchise. Somebody, Arrow Video, somebody put something together for Freddy, because he needs the Jason and Michael Myers treatment, we'll call it. So I bought this because it has all 7 films and it's on Blu-ray. Okay, and then we have Never Sleep Again, the Elm Street Legacy. Okay, and this is a documentary, kind of like what is it? No Brains? Is it just Brains? I don't know. Anyway, there's multiple Crystal Lake Memories, and it seems like after the franchise is so big, they always release one of these, go back, and the fans want more. They want to know more about these movies. They want to get so into these movies that they understand the characters, the actors. They want to see where the actors are now. They want to see the shooting locations. This is the things that I want to see. I want to see where they shot the film. I want to see where the actors stood. I want interviews with the actors now. Are they still alive? What do they look like? These might have been some of my childhood crushes. You know what I mean? And now they're like 50, 60 years old, or they passed away. I want to know what's going on with the characters, and I like when they come up with these documentaries. So usually, to complete my collection, I always throw a documentary somewhere in there. I always get the final documentary, so that way we can have everything from everything. You know what I mean? That's the way it is. All right. This is a long video. We're gonna keep chugging along. Here we go. This is the Hellraiser franchise.
The box. You opened it. We came.
Now, before I start breaking these things out, Hellraiser. Let me give you my little take on Hellraiser. I like the Hellraiser characters. Okay, I like the whole feel of the characters. I like Pinhead and the Chatterer, and I love the whole thing. But I'll tell you, the movies I have a little bit of a hard time to watch. I don't know if it's because of the darkness. I don't know if it's because of you really got to kind of grasp the concept of the film and everything like that. But I'm going to show you my collection. Otherwise, I'm going to show you my collection anyway. And if you are a Hellraiser fan, you'll appreciate what I've done here. All right. So these are my DVDs first. We have Hellraiser. This is the first one, the one that started it all. And then we have Hellraiser 2, Hellbound. This is an Anchor Bay release. Anchor Bay is no longer with us, so I thought this was pretty cool. I like to hang on to my DVDs because the cover art and the fact that some of these companies, they go out of business, and you're never going to see this stuff again. So this was the Anchor Bay release of Hellraiser, Hellbound, Hellraiser 2. And then we have Hellraiser 3. What are they calling this one? Just Hellraiser 3? Hellraiser 3, Hell on Earth. Hellraiser 3. I love the cover art on these things. And then we have Hellraiser Bloodline. There we're going. We're chugging along here with the Hellraisers. Hellraiser Inferno. Which this one is a... Okay, this one... I guess the franchise must have got picked up by Dimension Films. Which Dimension Films, I think, is the ones that picked up Halloween at a certain point. I believe H2O might have been a Dimension film. So, anyway. So we're getting to the more updated Pinheads and Hellraisers. And then we have Hellraiser Hellseeker. Hellraiser Hellseeker. And then we have Hellraiser Deader. A lot of people, this is one that's very difficult to find. I guess this one's long out of print, and it's supposedly a tough one. It's a tough one to get. And then we have Hellraiser Hellworld, and this was the last one that I received, the last one that I bought for DVD, because then Blu-ray came out, and I started going with the Blu-ray. So here's our Blu-rays going on here with the Hellraiser and the Pinheads. Okay, first I have this awesome, and I mean awesome. I was impressed with this set. This is a beautiful set. This is a dusty set that I have not touched in a while, obviously, because I'm touching it. It's all dusty like. This is the Hellraiser. Let me see what they call this thing. The wait a minute. Scott. Oh, sorry. Oh, wow. Sentiment. I was going to say sentimental. No, it's not. Hellraiser the Scarlet Box. This is the first 3 Hellraisers, and this was made by Arrow Video. This 3-movie set, if you are a Hellraiser fan, if you are a Pinhead fan, if you absolutely love this franchise, this is the set that you want to start your collection with, because it has absolute, from 1, 2, and 3, everything that you would possibly want to see. Documentaries, behind the scenes, making ofs. I mean, there is so much stuff. This is literally a 3-movie set, and you actually get one. How many discs is in here? You get 4 discs, and you get a 200-page book, which the book is even impressive. It's impressive. This is an awesome set. If you are a starter of Hellraisers, if you want to, I mean, maybe I shouldn't say it. Okay, I might be wrong on that. If you want to start your collection and you already know Hellraiser, you already know Pinhead, you already know the whole series, you know the franchise, and you love it, this is the set you want to get to kind of max out your collection. This is the one. So that came out, and then I ended up picking up this copy of Hellraiser Deader. This is out of print. This is a ton of money. Okay. There's a story behind this, because I ordered this, and I'm afraid, I'm almost not afraid, I'm almost 100% sure that this is a bootleg. I believe I got ripped off. It was a sad thing. It was a battle I had to go through. But I hung on to it because to get the original one, we're talking over $100, and I'm not ready for all of that yet. And then they released this little set. This is the 4-movie set, and in this 4-movie set on Blu-ray, you get Bloodline, Inferno, Hellseeker, and Hellworld. But once again, I got this eerie feeling. All 4 movies, all 4 are compressed onto this one disc. Okay. Hellraiser Revelation. I haven't even opened this yet. Wow. Can't give you a review on it because I haven't even watched this one yet. And then we have Hellraiser Judgment. Another one I have not watched yet. I gotta get back with my Hellraiser there, but that's what they released there, and that's the end of the Hellraiser franchise. So if you're a big Hellraiser fan, you got to get the Arrow Video set. It's awesome. All right, next one's Phantasms. Here we go. So we have Phantasm 1. Okay, this is the original. Oh wait, Phantasm. What am I talking about? Hang on. Something. Phantasm 2, Scream Factory. Okay, I got Phantasm 1. I don't know on Blu-ray. I mean, I got the original Phantasm 1. I'm not sure what the heck happened to that thing. Phantasm 2, my favorite Phantasm. I bought this one, Scream Factory. Had to get it because it's my favorite Phantasm. I'm not really going to sum up these movies. It's about this guy. They call him the Tall Man. Not to give too much away, I would say he's from outer space. He's trying to take over people, almost like he's turning them into like these dwarf type characters. You got to see Phantasm. Just go watch Phantasm. Find a copy of Phantasm. Go watch it. Phantasm 2 is my first Blu-ray one I want to show you, and then we have Phantasm. Is this the? Wait a minute. This is. I was right. It's remastered. Okay, this is Phantasm 1. Wow, I'm losing my mind here. Hang on. Okay. So we have, because I looked at it and it said remastered. And because it said remastered, and I'm not looking at the original cover art, because they changed the cover art, I got confused. So we have Phantasm 1, Phantasm 2, and then I ended up buying Phantasm Ravager on Blu-ray. Okay, but then this came out, and after buying all of that, of course they're gonna do something where I'm like, okay, well I just spent all my money on all my Phantasms, and I have the complete set. But then, what company did this to me here? Should I be praising them or should I be hating them?
I saw you with the box. What was in the box?
All right, well it does have Scream Factory discs in here, so we'll call it a Scream Factory, even though I'm not 100% sure if it is Scream Factory because it doesn't say it on the thing. But this is the Phantasm Collection. Every Phantasm movie on Blu-ray with bonus features, and it gets the whole. This I thought this was an Arrow or Scream Factory. It does have the Scream Factory disc in it that I have a Phantasm too. Then the rest say no company. But if you want everything from Phantasm, except for I want to say that Ravager is not in here. Phantasm 4. Okay, so this has Phantasm 1, Phantasm 2, Phantasm 3, Phantasm 4, Phantasm 5, and a Phantasm bonus disc. It does... wait a minute. Let me pull out the last one here, because it does have Ravager in here. Okay.
I've been waiting for you.
So you got every Phantasm movie in this box set. If you want to start collecting Phantasms, if you want to start watching the franchise, this is the franchise box set to get. Unfortunately, this box set is also out of print, so a little difficult to get. But I know they have cheaper versions of this. There's cheaper versions of this out. You can get your hands on them. And Phantasms, it's worth the watch. I mean, I would like to say that they get better as the movies progress. You know, this is some movies like I prefer a Nightmare on Elm Street 3 over a Nightmare on Elm Street 2, you know what I mean? And I prefer some, like a Final Chapter over a original Friday the 13th Part 2 or Part 3, or actually Part 3 is really good, Part 2. But it just didn't kind of progress. To me, Phantasms were Part 1, Part 2, Part 3, and then they kind of went off they kind of went off. That's what happened. That's my Phantasm collection. All right, now let's go with the Amityville Horrors. So I have the Scream Factory Amityville Horror Trilogy. You got Amityville Horror 1, Amityville Horror 2, The Possession, and Amityville Horror 3D. Unfortunately, it is not in 3D. Like I said, it bothers me when they what's cool is they give you the original cover art. So let's say this is Amityville 3D, and you got this cool hand coming out of the house, 3D type thing. But when you go to open the case up, okay, you don't get the... Okay, let me clarify. You can watch it in 3D if you have a 3D TV and a 3D player and all of the 3D cables and all that 3D stuff that I think is obsolete by now. I don't even think they make 3D TVs anymore and 3D cables and 3D players and all. I think the 3D in this format, in this way, is a lost concept. I think it's a lost. Is that the right thing to say? It's a lost technology. It's people bought them. They want them, and this, like I said, it's right here. It says cast interviews with, and it says 3D for the first time. So you get to see it 3D for the first time. But I will not see it for the first time because I don't have that capability. I'm not going to go out and buy a 3D Blu-ray player, a 3D TV, a 3D cords, and 3D glasses for the entire family. I can't afford it. It ain't gonna happen. So I'm probably never gonna see it in 3D. They should have gave an option of the poor man's 3D. Give me the 2 colored glasses, man. Give me another option. Give me a poor person's option for 3D. I want to see my Nightmare on Elm Street in 3D. Nightmare on Elm Street. Which one was it? Nightmare on Elm Street. The final... Wow. Okay. You know what I'm talking about. I want to see my Friday the 13th 3D, and I want to see my Nightmare on Elm Street in 3D. They did these 3D things, and they released them with the glasses, so I don't understand why they couldn't have did this with the Amityville, so I could see Amityville in 3D. But in this box set, you get 1, 2, and 3, and of course, in the Scream Factory, so you get the Scream Factory feel, man. They give you the bonus stuff that you want to see from Amityville movies. So that's the Amityville collection on 3D. And then they released the Amityville Horror. This is the remake, okay? And, if you don't know what Amityville Horror is about, it's a haunted house. It's like a poltergeist possession house. The house is going to kill you, okay? people move into the house tells you get out. And they're so stupid. They stay there in the house, and they make 3, 4, 5 movies, 6 movies out of this thing because people just can't get out of the house. And more people come in and move into the house. There was a killing there. Father flipped out, killed everybody in the house. The house is cheap. Yeah, I'm buying it. You know, I don't care if there was a dead little girl in that bedroom over there and a dead kid in that bedroom over there and a dead wife in the bedroom over there. The price is right. I'm buying the house. Sold. Yes, it's a crazy, crazy concept. I mean, this one... The Amityville Horror, man, the house tells you, get out. It wasn't like the Poltergeist where they sucked into the TV and people were like, my daughter got sucked into the TV, and then you got to go, you try to explain that to the police there. You know, I didn't kill my daughter. She sucked into the TV. You know, I think I would just stay in the house and try to figure it out on my own. I don't think I'd be calling the cops in there, which is pretty much what they did with the remake of Poltergeist. But it's not Poltergeist, it's about Amityville. But this one right here, the house tells them to get out. They got flies all over the place. Get out of the house. Just sell it. Get rid of it. Move out. Grab your stuff. Get out, because you're gonna snap and you're gonna try to kill your family. It's easy to understand. I don't understand. But I guess we wouldn't have 3, 4, 5, 6 movies if people did what they were supposed to do. It's better if you just stay in the house and let the house talk to you. And I don't know. But this is the remake, and this one stars. Is it gonna say it on the cover here? What was that? All right, Ryan Reynolds. Whew, Deadpool. Yeah, Deadpool's the star of this movie here. Ryan Reynolds. And I'll be honest with you, I like the remake. I personally like maybe because the time period, you know, the way that this thing was set up, the original Amityville was 70s type feel or whatever. So the original Amityville is scarier than this one, okay? But this one, it was enjoyable. I enjoyed it. Okay. And then we have the Vinegar Syndrome, the Amityville, the Cursed Collection. This is another one that's been out of print. Comes in this cool little house. The house lifts up and reveals to you another box set which is full of discs. And in here you get, see what's saying on the side here? You get Amityville Horror, The Evil Escapes, Amityville Horror 1992. It's About Time, Amityville, A New Generation, and Amityville Dollhouse. This one was one that the collectors wanted to get. They wanted Amityville Dollhouse. That was the price for that thing went crazy, and then they released the box set, so the prices dropped, and then this box set went out of print, so then the prices went back up, so the prices drop, go up and down, whatever. I was happy to get this thing. I know that the price of this thing's gone up since I bought it. I think I paid $30 for this. Nobody wanted it when it first came out, and now it's like $100, if not more. But it's part of the franchise. I thought it was pretty cool. And actually, I'm going to tell you right now, the first 3 movies. Let's see if I can move this around here. The first 3 movies that are in this set, these are movie theater movies. These went out in the movie theater. These were like this is more of the direct to TV, direct to DVD. That's what these are. These are the ones that didn't make the movie cut. They made it to the TV. But I'll tell you right now, for being B movies and kind of cheaper versions of the originals, they're enjoyable. They're good. You can put them on in a Saturday afternoon, and you can kind of get lost in the stupidity of it all. You know what I mean? The terrible acting and but it's haunted house stories, and if you're into haunted houses, then that's the way it goes. All right, and then I picked up Amityville the Awakening, which was okay. It was just okay. It's the same situation. Haunted house, Amityville. And that was the last one from my Amityville collection. And then we have the Leprechaun Collection. Here's another one. Come on, people. Listen, it goes like this. Okay, we got Freddy. We got Jason. We got Michael. Okay, we got Pinhead. Okay, we got Leatherface. And we got the Leprechaun. He's part of it. He's part of the group, man. There's other people part of it. I'm going to look around here because I don't want... Actually, you know what? I'm going to put those... Maybe I'll throw Jaws in there. So I don't know. But he's part of it. You know, the Leprechaun is part of horror history. And he may be ridiculous, but he deserves a full-blown 100% box set of individual discs, bonus features. I want to see... There are no interviews. I want an interview. I want interviews with the actors. I want you to dig up a what's her name? The one that's in the first one there that probably never wanted to know that in this. Why do I got Jennifer Tilly in my head, but she ain't Jennifer Tilly. Jennifer Aniston. Yeah. Call her house. Say, hey, Jennifer Aniston, we want to have an interview with you for a Leprechaun box set. Get that guy that looked like Kevin Bacon from Part 1. Get the guy from Pee-wee's Big Adventure. And if he's still alive, I don't know. Interview all these people and make me an awesome Leprechaun box set. Scream Factory's got to be able to do something with this. They got to be able to get the franchise and do something awesome with this thing. Or Arrow Video, one of these. I'm thinking this has got Scream Factory written all over. This has got bonus after bonus after bonus, screening locations. I mean, hire some people. Give me an awesome Leprechaun thing, because this set is just not cutting it for me. I mean, we got the way they set this one up. Look at this. Okay, disc 1. Okay, check this out. Disc 1, Leprechaun and Leprechaun 2. Disc 2, Leprechaun 3, 4, and special features. Leprechaun 3. Leprechaun in the Hood, and Leprechaun in the Hood, Back to the Hood 2, and then we got Leprechaun Origins all by itself. They're compressed. They're all too much going on a disc. Too busy. Okay, this one too busy. Okay, and then after the Leprechaun came out, let me put the Leprechaun over here. We came out with Leprechaun Returns. So the Origins came. Origins was terrible. I did not like the Origins. It didn't have. It needed to have the guy from Willow, Warwick Davis. Whoa, sorry, Warwick Davis. I'm a Warwick Davis fan, man. I loved him in Willow. I loved him in he was the original Ewok. You know, he's just awesome. You know, come on, give the Leprechaun his respect. And then Leprechaun Returns came out, which had nothing to do really with the other Leprechaun. This was kind of like a rehashed Leprechaun. It doesn't have Warwick Davis in it. But I'll be honest with you, I enjoyed this movie. I thought this movie was decent. I thought it was good. I thought it was enjoyable. I enjoyed watching it, and I'd watch it again. Okay? All right. My last pile here. Well, actually, last pile. Here we go. These are my Evil Deads. Okay? So first we have Evil Dead, the DVD Ultimate Collection. This is the ultimate experience in grueling terror. The original Evil Dead. Sum Up Evil Dead. These teens go to a house in the middle of the woods. They play a reel-to-reel backwoods, which sums the demons from hell, from that are living in the basement.
Die? You're not gonna leave me here, are you? Are you ass?
and they're gonna die. That's it. They gotta try to get out of the woods, but the woods keep changing, and the woods are coming to life. And I think it's that. And then there's somebody in the basement. It gets funny, and it gets scary, and it gets funny, and it's all over the place. But I'll tell you right now, this is unlike any other horror movie. Evil Dead. I gotta put Evil Dead with. I'm just gonna say it's not like any other horror movie. It's not like the horror movies that you would normally see. I mean, it's almost comedy. Almost has a comedy feel about it. And then I ended up picking up. This is the Evil Dead. This is the Ultimate Edition. But this is the Steelbook Blu-ray because I wanted to get the Blu-ray. Okay, and that's just the way I am with that. Then we have Evil Dead 2, which Evil Dead 2 I thought was Evil Dead 1 and Evil Dead 2 could easily be the same movie. That's what I gotta say. They could have comprised both movies together, let it run for 4 hours, and it would have been the same exact movie. So I don't dislike either one. I like both of them equally. I think they both run into each other perfectly. I think they're almost the same story. The Ash character is funny in part. It just seems like it keeps getting funnier as they keep going along. Because then they released the Army of Darkness, which is Evil Dead Part 3, and now we got the Ash character working in a like a food mart type place. He's in like a Walmart type situation, and the dead are back. You know what I mean? And it gets, to me, it's funny. These are funny, fun movies. And then we have, let me see if I can pile all these things up over here. All right. let's do this one. Then I got Evil Dead, the remake. Bloody, gory remake. I think it was like a standalone. I don't know. I felt like this didn't have to be called Evil Dead. It didn't feel like an Evil Dead. It was very dark and bloody and gory. But then I got the Blu-ray also, just to upgrade the DVD because I have all the other Evil Deads on Blu-ray. Of course, I wanted to finish the franchise on Blu-ray. I thought it was good. I got really nothing bad to say about the movie except that it was very dark, a lot of blood, a lot of blood. But it doesn't have ash. It doesn't have ash in it. It didn't have the same feel. It didn't have the same feel as the original movies. But it was worth a watch. I mean, that's what I gotta say about that one. And then we have, I'm gonna put all three of these up here. This is the Ash versus Evil Dead franchise TV series that I have not watched one episode of. I have to sit down. I got all three. I haven't watched any, and I have to watch them because they bring back the original Ash, and it's probably a great series. Comment below if I should hop on these things right away. If I should just this might be a 3-day weekend. Stay up 24 hours and just binge watch type situation. I might put the first one in, absolutely love them, but it lasted. Is it 3 seasons? It lasted 3 seasons. Yeah, I only have 3 seasons, so I must have gone. It only lasted 3 seasons. But I heard it was really good. I heard it was really good. Plus, it's part of the Evil Dead series, so I had to get it. All right, my friends, we're winding down. Here's the last of my things, of my horror Blu-rays, and this will be the completion of my horror Blu-rays, Shelf 2, Part 2, and then we're going to be moving on to Shelf 3, and I'll give you a little insight on what the next shelf's going to be. But these are the last films that I have here, and it is the Scream franchise. And once again, we got Scream, Scream 2, Scream 3, Still Screamed, and Scream Inside Story. So you get a lot of stuff in this box set, okay? But once again, they compressed them. They compressed them again. So you get Scream 1, you get Scream 2, you get Scream 3, and then Still Scream and Scream. Well, maybe that's not so bad because they kept the movie separate, but they compressed the bonus features into like these 2 different individual discs into the set. So Scream franchise. If you don't know what the Scream franchise is, there's a killer out there. Call him Ghostface. He's got a mask on. He's killing teens. But this was cool because Wes Craven, almost like a Rob Zombie and creating new characters with the Devil's Rejects and House of 1,000 Corpses. He created a new. At the time, there was the old school guys, you know, and then Ghostface came and he was the new character.
Well, I'm getting ready to watch a video.
Really? What?
Oh, just some scary movie.
You like scary movies?
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? He was funny and the way he killed people was a different style. There was a different type of thing going on, you know what I mean? And this franchise was really good. I remember going to see these in the movie theater and absolutely loving the Scream franchise. And yeah, pretty much to sum it up is there's a character and he's a big fan of horror movies. Okay, so this is a reflection of like, if you are a fan of horror movies and you are a killer, that's the killer in this movie. He knows things about horror movies and he tests you on the horror movies and he tries to kill you in the ways of different horror movie pros like Freddy and Jason and Leatherface and those kind of guys there. And it's almost like a thriller type horror type situation. And part 1 was good, part 2 was good, part 3 started going down, and then part 4 came out. I enjoyed them, but the first one was still the best. They could have stopped at 1 and everything would have been fine. We didn't really need to go all the way to 4 unless, I don't know. I just felt the first one is the most memorable. The first one is the one that I enjoyed the most. The first one is the one that I go back to watch the most. I very rarely ever throw in part 2 or part 3 or part 4. If I'm going to watch Scream with the family, I'm putting Scream 1 in. That's it. Drew Barrymore and you know, those characters. You know, it just, the first one has more of a horror feel about it, and it was original and good. Whew. And we're done. We're done with the second shelf. And let me give you a little insight of what's going to be coming up next. When we go, I'm going to start with, it's going to be Shelf 3, Part 1, because Shelf 3 is also way too much. But we have Donnie Darko's, Hatchet, a lot of Scream Factory stuff, Poltergeists, Jaws, Paranormal Activities, Reanimators, Children of the Corns, Silence of the Lambs. What else we got over there? A lot of Scream Factory individual releases, like Pumpkinhead and The Fog and The Car and Jeepers Creepers and The Hills Have Eyes. Stuff like that. That's what you're going to see in the next video. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. And I will see you later.